Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. Today we're going to take a look at the latest revision of Xiegu G90 firmware. This is 179B02. I'm guessing the B stands for beta, because we're all beta testers for Xiegu firmware, right? Let's take a look and see what they have in store for us today. The display part host must be updated to 179 simultaneously, and the 179 cannot be mixed with other versions. It's actually not possible to update the two of them simultaneously. You have to do them one at a time. I've got a video on how to do that. I'll link it at the end of this one here. So you have a display unit and a main unit. They both need to be updated. We went over both of those. The features that they have are, number one, improved the AGC algorithm. AGC is automatic gain control. So when you are receiving a station and band conditions change and it gets a little bit louder and your volume goes up, the AGC circuit, automatic gain control, kicks in and attenuates that signal a bit so you don't blast your eardrums out. And the same thing when it goes lower than normal, it will raise the volume on it for you. So that's what AGC does. Let's see how it works. Firmware testing time. Let's do a factory reset first. That didn't work. Missed it again. Hold down the function button, press the power on button. Main reset. Yes. Please wait. The very first thing that we have is improved the AGC algorithm. We have AGC A, we press it, we have AGC nothing, which I guess means off, S for slow, F for fast, and back to A. I really don't have a way of testing the automatic gain control on this, so we'll just give them a pass on this one. And just for reference, we're on firmware version 179 for both the base and the app. 2, improved, not improved, but improved the filters algorithms. What filter? I guess if you don't tell me what the filter is, I can't tell you whether you were successful at doing it or not. So improved the filters algorithms. New data mode, UD, LD for USB dig and LSB dig. Okay, so that I know for a fact breaks the old way of doing FT8 on the G90. You do now need to set it to USB data or LSB data depending. And what that does is it sends the audio signals out the rear of the radio and maybe also still out of the front of the radio, but it definitely sends them out the rear. And if you don't have it set to UDIG or LDIG, it does not send them out of the rear. So if your FT8 stops working, this is the fix for it. Let's take a look at that. New data mode. So now we have UDIG, so we have USB here. And if we hit the mode button, oh, I'm still in function mode. If we hit the mode button, we go to UD. So if you were running FT8 on this radio, you want to select UD so the sound goes out of the back of the radio. If you don't do this, your computer won't get the signals. So we have that, and we have one for LSB, lower sideband, LDIG, LD. So there you go. That works. That does the thing. And I have gotten reports that this actually does break the functionality. So make sure you set it to UD for data modes. In data mode, ACC port line in is connected to the modulator. Hand mic is muted. Line out is enabled. That's what I just said. Number 2, the bandpass filter is changed to 2 BPFs combination. BPFs. Bandpass filters combination. The default value of each working mode is, for single sideband, 300 to 3000 for filter 1, 300 to 3000 for filter 2, bandwidth 2700. So a choice of no choice is no choice. SSB digital, 100 to 3100 for filter 1, 100 to 3100 for filter 2, 3000. Again, a choice of no choice is no choice. CW filter, minus 250 to 250 and minus 250 to 250 for bandwidth of 500. We're 3 in a row now. AM, minus 3000 to 3000, minus 3000 to 3000 for 6000. Narrow FM, minus 45. Yep, I'm seeing a trend here. All 5 choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 choices. All 5 of them are no choice. So we'll take a look at those. Negative numbers for frequency indicate that the frequency is to the left of the center of the spectrum, i.e. the lower sideband. Well, that makes perfect sense to me. Let's go push some buttons and see what happens. All right, bandpass filter configuration. That is the thing where you're setting the filters. And they're right, they are set. That used to be orange, now it's pink. Woohoo! Thanks, Xiegu. Adjust the bandpass filter operation logic. Short press MFK, multifunction knob, to select the bandpass filter. Take the default filter bandwidth of SSB as an example. With a bandpass filter selected of greater than 2700, it looks like that. And that's a translation error. This the design diagram thing here, it's supposed to look a little bit better, but I don't know how it's supposed to look better because it got lost in translation. Bandpass filter unchecked. Bandwidth is 2700, and they look like they should be about the same when you get them all formatted out properly. When the bandpass filter is selected, short press the MFK button to switch between filter 1 and filter 2. Turn the MFK encoder to adjust the selected bandpass filter. Long press the MFK key to exit the selection. Press the Func key to exit the selection. Press other menu keys to exit the selection. Okay, when the Func light is on, press Comp F and L key to set BPF1 to default. Press NB F and H key to set BPF2 to default. Okay. B2700 above the filter icon means bandwidth equal to 2700. That is bandwidth equal to 2700. I'm thinking they didn't even try to translate this. Oh. Okay, I think I figured it out. This is weird. This used to be, you press function, which turns on the function light, and you press FL right here, FL, for filter low side, and then you turn the MFK knob to adjust the low side of the filter, FH, and you turn the MFK knob to adjust the high side of the filter. That no longer does it. For some reason, we had to change that. So you short press the MFK knob itself, and then you can adjust one side of the skirt up or down, and then you short press it again, and you can adjust the other side of the skirt up or down, and you can see that I'm narrowing the overlap of the two windows, which narrows the bandwidth down. And then I long press to leave the function, and now we're back. So they made it more complicated. So let's short press it again and get in there and try and center that up, and then try and center that up, and see if we can get back to normal, because there isn't really an easy way to switch this back to normal. And that could be normal, or the whole thing could be shifted 1 kilohertz to the left. I don't know. Long press to get back out of it. There you go. So that does have the ability of changing the filter width, and the preset filters do the preset filter things. So, I don't know. Win, lose, or draw, you tell me in the comments. Oh, and just a really important tip. This B500 here above the filter, that means the filter is 500. They wanted to point that out to you in the manual. Adjust the operation logic of the secondary menu. Press the Func key in the secondary menu without saving and exit. This is what I think they're talking about. So if you long press the function key, you get into this menu here. You can hit save and exit, or you can long press and then you can hit the function key and just exit without saving. I think that's what they mean. Okay. FFT scale option is fixed to auto. All right, number 5, FFT scale option is fixed to auto. I don't know of any other way to get into this other than to long press the multifunction knob, and then we turn this over to FFT scale, and we hit save. And now if we turn that, it says auto, and I can't change it. Okay, it's fixed to auto. I have no ability to change that. Thank you for taking a feature away from me. Optimize the FFT automatic level algorithm. The visual effects is smoother. Okay, so they're talking about this area right here, and this is your fast Fourier transform, depending on which version of which language you're butchering with which language you know by default. I can't say one way or the other whether it's smoother or not smoother. I'd have to go take a look. Okay, so the numbering sequence is way off. Yeah, that's a strange numbering system. It is numbered 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For no discernible reason. That's the end of the list, folks. There is a video right over here I think you will enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll be over there waiting for you.